Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I think we're going to do a random ranking today. We're going to go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking 3 movies at random. Can I still say it's random? I mean, I don't know what I'm choosing right now, but here's the thing. Like, my collection is now in alphabetical order, and it wasn't always. Like when I started these, you know? Maybe they were when I started them, because I started them when the collection was upstairs, so I don't know. Alright, yes, and ooh, I don't remember this. Have I seen this? I think I've seen this, but I think I've only seen it once. I don't know much about it, and this is a movie I've married into. This was like my wife's movie, and I believe this is about the life of Jane Austen. But I can't tell you one thing about it. Darn it, I grabbed one I haven't seen, which is Hot Tub Time Machine, Part 2. So instead, I'll grab this. Ooh, this feels significant. Oh, come on. I just did this one. Johnny Mnemonic. Which is great. So let's do this one. Ah! Can't do this one because this isn't like I mean, it's a short film, so I'm not going to include it. And nobody's ever seen it that I know. Maybe you have. Maybe if you're in Australia, maybe you have. It's called Kill Your Television. This is a short directed by one of my friends that I used to take like art courses with. Special art courses like I don't know what, like art camps, basically day camps with, and he went to film school in Australia, and this was one of his projects. So I you know, nobody's seen it, so nobody, I mean, all of you, I don't know if you have or not, but anyway, I'm gonna pick another one for that reason. Also, I'm in this movie. Okay, this is good. Here we go. And this is cool too, because he and I think we met around 5th grade or 6th grade, and our, what grade was I in? Yeah, probably around there, 5th or 6th. At the university here, they were hosting like day camps for local, you know, grade school and high school kids to take, and he and I were same age, so we went to all these camps together, basically from 5th grade to 5th or 6th. Man, I cannot remember. Maybe it was even earlier. I don't know. But anyway, all the way through our senior year of high school, and then we've remained friends. We don't, you know, get together much anymore. It's more just kind of like internet talk and stuff, but very cool. Very cool that, you know, I remember he wanted to be a director and work in the business, and he achieved it. I think that's pretty awesome. Not everybody does that. Not everybody reaches those dreams, and he did it. Okay, so first one we pulled is Capricorn One, and this is a cool movie. This is about, you know, people like say the moon landing is fake. In this movie here, they're basically like going to Mars. These astronauts are going to Mars, and they 100% believe they're going to Mars. And then all of a sudden, as they're like in the, you know, rocket ship getting ready to go to Mars, the government pulls them out, and they're like, all right, we're not actually going to Mars. What we're going to do is we're going to film this in a backlot, all right? So we need you to, we need you to participate in this, and then we'll bring you back as heroes and everything. And they're like, what? No, I'm a real astronaut. I am not an actor. I'm not going to fake this. This is ridiculous. And then they like run away, right? O.J. Simpson is in this movie, and then they like run away, and then you know, trying to get the word out to the public that NASA, the United States, is lying about the Mars landing, and that it was never intended to actually happen. It was just all, you know, for morale and to, you know, show other countries that we're better or something like that. And this movie's, I don't know, I always like this movie. Elliott Gould's in it. Who else we got? James Brolin, Brenda Vaccaro, Sam Waterston, O.J. Simpson, Hal Holbrook. Karen Black, hello, Telly Savalas. So, I mean, we got some people in here. This is a good film. I always liked it anyway. I remember catching it on a movie channel when I was a kid, and then I saw this copy. I don't know if I don't think I remembered the name or anything of it, but I watched it as a kid, and then I was at a pawn shop that my friend worked at, and then I pulled this movie, and I was like, I know this. I know this. I used to watch this when I was a kid. Looked at the back, and it was like, boom, yep, it all started coming back to me now, just like Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me then. But here we go. Next we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now this one's nice, but I do actually really like this movie. I like it a lot. And it's probably still, I probably still put it my second favorite. I kind of like the movies, the order in which they made, and I actually haven't seen the Christmas film yet. I need to watch that, and I have ridden the ride Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind to Epcot, and it is awesome. It's like one of the best rides they have. You know, if we're discounting nostalgia and stuff like that, it's one of the best rides Disney World has. And yeah, I really do like this movie, but one of my problems with it, which, you know, I think is calculated. They did this on purpose. They separate the group. They separate the group. And it feels more organic, where sometimes you'll have sequels where the group feels separated, but not because some sort of great plot purpose, but instead it's because, well, Will Ferrell's schedule didn't match up with, you know, Steve Carell's schedule, and, you know, this person over here, Owen Wilson, couldn't make it in, and Ben Stiller, you know, everybody's too famous now, so we can't quite get them together. So, you know, and then the movie feels very disparate and off. So there's like almost a hint of that in here, but it doesn't feel, again, like everybody's schedules were too busy. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it is in service to the plot, and I think it is to show us the group separated, because what we loved in the first film was them together and their interactions with one another, and then here, after they've sort of become this family unit, or this unit that we know as the Guardians, whoosh, they separate them right into these like little groups, and they meet new people along the way, like Mantis. But I don't know. Ultimately, I really do like this movie, but I do miss the group being all together for the main part. I kind of wish it was that way. All right, next we have, sorry for this yawn. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I mean, I guess it is getting late. But next we have one of my favorite movies of all time. This is a top fiver for me, which you can probably guess it means it's from my childhood, and that is Homeward Bound. Now, I remember, I don't think I'm that old, but I am pretty old, I guess, because I saw The Incredible Journey, which is what this is based off of, like the original Disney film, The Incredible Journey, on film in grade school. Like, they took us to the library, they wheeled out not a television, but a projector and screen, and projected film The Incredible Journey on screen in the library. I guess I'm that old. Like, I started kindergarten in 89, so I probably watched that either 89, 90, 91, somewhere around there. I don't think it was either kindergarten or first grade. So I'm that old. But here's the thing. This is a funny thing. We got the picture here, and look, we have Shadow, Sassy, and Chance right here. And look, they're also right here. Shadow, Chance, and Sassy. Isn't that funny? They're on there twice. Don't be such a sissy, Sassy. I'm not going to talk about this movie too much from the emotional standpoint, because everybody knows it makes me cry. If you've been following the channel for a while, because I got talking about Homeward Bound in an old video, and it was just, I lost it. I couldn't keep it together. I did my best though to keep it together. I did try to keep it together, but man, does this movie, I'm just trying to think of all the times I've like really teared up on this channel, and I think it was this movie right here, and gosh, what was it called? Train to Busan made me cry. Gosh, probably I think a couple other things. You know, my eyes water and stuff, but actual tears falling. Homeward Bound and Train to Busan. But anyway, yeah, this is top fiver. This is an all timer. This is great. We got some great voice acting here. Sally Field, right? Sally Field. This is, you know, she was having a moment around this time. You know, I think Forrest Gump was about to come out a couple years later. And then what else? Like Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up, right? What else do you need? And then Michael J. Fox, of course, right? I wasn't that big into Homeward Bound 2. I know I did watch it, but I was like, this is not for me. I don't care about you being lost in a city. I like the wilderness. Gene Smart is in this. I mean, we're just talking about some fantastic films here. I remember going to see this in the theater. I know, you know, sometimes I just like to pull out these memories as they pop up so I can get them on camera. Just so, you know, in case I forget them, or if my kids, when, you know, they grow up, they want to hear this. But I remember seeing this on the day that my mom's friend was moving away. So this was someone that lived with us for a little bit, and you know, she eventually got her own place, but we did, well, I think we lived with her for a little bit, and but then we all got our own places and stuff. But then she was like moving, I think, to like the Caribbean or something like that. She was moving, and I remember when we were like seeing her off, like saying our goodbyes and everything, like she was getting ready to drive somewhere, I don't know. And I remember we were going to see Homeward Bound, my mom and me and my sister, later that day. And I remember my mom, I think, just like this one last ditch effort to try and hang out with her friend one more time, like invited her to the movie as she's like trying to leave. And she was like, you know, I can't. Also, I don't do talking animals. I remember that. But okay, anyway, how are we going to rank them? I don't know. I might rank this on nostalgia. I think I'm going to do that. So Homeward Bound is going to be number 1, and not only Homeward Bound, but I also got that great memory of The Incredible Journey. And then I'm going to go ahead and also, is Incredible Journey, I'm pretty sure that Chance is he's a different type of dog in that movie, and he almost looks like old what's his name, Spud McKenzie. What is he? A bull terrier? I don't think he's a bull terrier, because bull terriers are kind of short, and I feel like he's tall, but he has like almost the face of a bull terrier. I don't think he's a pit bull like we have him here. Is that a pit bull? I don't know. Whatever he is right there, I don't think he's that in Incredible Journey. He has like almost the face of a bull terrier. Was it Spud McKenzie or Spuds McKenzie? Isn't it great? Like when I was a kid, like back in my day, when I was a kid, we had all these cute, fun cartoon characters endorsing products like cigarettes and alcohol. I mean, Spud McKenzie, he was giving us liquor, and then old Joe Camel, you know, he was giving us cigarettes and stuff like that. And isn't it funny, like when you think back about that? An old Red Dog, remember Red Dog? Anyway, I just always think that's kind of funny looking back, because my kids don't. That's not even not even in their peripheral. It just like doesn't exist anymore. But you know, 80s kids, 90s kids, and earlier, it was everywhere. All these like little cartoon characters showing you the vices. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go Homeward Bound, then Capricorn One, then Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm going to do this more on nostalgia today. So Homeward Bound for sure, and then just, you know, watching Capricorn One, catching it on movie channels when I was a kid was really cool. And then to find the movie after, you know, not knowing what the movie was called, it was just really cool to do that at the pawn shop. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, great movie. I really like it. My second favorite of the franchise. I kind of like them in the order they were made, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, this is my ranking right here. But my question to you is, have you seen these films? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.